Hey guys, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. A shout out to drone enthusiasts everywhere, and as always a shout out to my friends at the Drone Seekers. Hey, I'm going to make a video today with the Hubsan Zino. This is not the Zino Pro. I do not have the Pro. This is my good old Hubsan Zino. I'm out at Lucky Peak Reservoir today. As you can probably tell, it is a beautiful blue sky day. It's probably 60 degrees. I mean, just a lovely day to be out. But the reason that I'm making this video is Dustin Dunhill just posted a video, his 10-month revisit of the Hubsan Zino, and there were a couple things in his video that caught my attention. So I thought I would kind of show some of the differences in how things could be different than what he showed. Now, if you're a Dustin Dunhill fan, I am too, man. So he's a great guy. He makes great videos. And Dustin, if you're watching this, I love you, brother. Your videos are awesome. But one of the things I noticed is that he could not get the orbit to work correctly on the Zino. The Zino has a couple of different ways to do the orbit. You can set the controller as the center of the orbit, or you can fly to the center and set it and then move back and it will do an orbit around that. And I'm not sure exactly what he was doing. I think he had set the center kind of off of where he was. Anyway, what he was doing did not work correctly. And then the other thing that he did was the follow me function. He struggled to get that to work correctly. And my experience is, while follow me on this guy is not as does not function as well as, say, on a DJI product, but it works pretty good. I think they did a pretty good job with it. And I believe it's purely an optical function with this guy. When you draw that square, that's what it's looking for. So we'll do that too. We'll show the follow me function does indeed work reasonably well on this bird. And then the other thing that cracked me up is that both times when he was landing, the Zino was telling him, hey, if you'll turn off video, we'll make an attempt at a precision landing. And I don't know why he just didn't read that dialog box. I mean, I know how that is. You can be looking at the bird and not the FPV screen, and you can miss a message like that. So I'm sure that's what happened. But in any case, we're going to take a shot at precision landing here too. And I am kind of on top of the middle of the viewpoint area at Lucky Peak Reservoir. So I'm kind of on the dirt. Yeah, you can see the landing pad there. So it's in kind of a little weedy area here. So anyway, we're going to need to hit it pretty precisely. So we'll see what happens. And I will say that ordinarily, because this thing is so easy to hand launch and hand catch, that's probably what I would do. But I definitely want to demonstrate that precision landing, and it doesn't always get it, but sometimes it does. So we'll see if it does. And then out here at Lucky Peak Reservoir today is interesting because they've really started to drain the reservoir down to make room for spring runoff after winter and next spring. And I was looking at the Boise River on the way in, and man, they've just got this dam practically shut down now. They're really not. There's really nothing going down the river, and the reservoir is probably at, oh gosh, I'm going to say half or less full. But they can adjust that. So as they see the winter snowpack, they'll either release water to make room for more runoff, or they'll retain what they have here so that they have it for farming and irrigation uses next spring and next summer. So enough of that. Let's get this guy in the air, and we'll look at some of the views here. We'll do a couple of orbits, and we'll try some follow me and some precision landing. I'm gonna tell you that I'm a little bit nervous. I've got my original battery in it right now, and as you guys may know, there's a lot of people that are having problems with their original batteries. They're starting to fail, but I'm going to try it one more time. And I do have another battery, and you know, I probably should, you know, I've been saying this for a while, but I probably should retire that original battery. But Anyway, we're gonna try it again today. So let's get this thing in the air. Okay, so I'm connected to the bird. We're just waiting for it to find satellites. It's got 12 satellites. It's still saying weak GPS signal. Yeah, ready to fly. So I'm sure it'll ask me to bind it. So let's do that. Okay, so we're bound to the device, and let's get the thing in the air, and we'll mess around here a little bit. Okay, started video here. Yeah, let's go ahead and take off. And all of a sudden I lost some satellites, weak GPS signal. That's kind of weird. So it wouldn't let me take off. So let's give it a second to find some more satellites. That was really strange. 12 satellites, weak GPS signal. Yeah, now it's saying ready to fly. Okay, let's try it one more time. Okay, there we go. Make sure you can see that on screen. And yes, you can. Let's bring it in here. Take a good look at the bird. Yeah, so the bird's doing pretty good there. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera around here towards the lake. And yeah, we got it. So let's flip the bird around here, and let's do our usual up and away shot. So kind of a manual droney. So 1, 2, 3, backwards and up. So there we are. I'm on the very top of the lookout here of the viewpoint, and I'm going to give you a look around at the lake. We've got 17 satellites, by the way, so I don't know why we lost those earlier. So you can look at the lake here, and you can see how it's dropped down quite a lot. Yeah, and I notice we're already at 64% battery, so that's that battery that, boy, it starts out at 100 and then it drops really fast, so I better retire that one, I think. Sorry there, guys, I lost my glasses. Unfortunately, my eyesight is such that I need to wear glasses. Yeah, they just fell off again. So that is what we're heading towards here, is the boat ramp, and so you'll see a lot of guys parked right down there on the boat ramp. You know, they're messing around. I'm sure they're doing some fishing right off of the boat ramp there, I suspect, is what's going on. Anyway, let's turn around here. And there again, you can see another, here's more of the boat ramp here. Excuse me, that's what I meant to show earlier. Let's yaw around here and go up the lake a little ways, and you can really see here how much they've drained the reservoir and how far it is from full. Go up lake here a little bit. Down to 55% battery. And there we are. Oh, there's a boat down there too. Let's see if we can see that guy. He's out fishing, no doubt. Looks like he's heading back to the boat ramp. Oh, he's slowing down there. Yeah, I suppose as he gets closer to the boat ramp. Okay, well let's turn around and we want to try. We definitely want to try an orbit. So we're going to come in way back close to the viewpoint here where I'm at, and that is that little peninsula that you're looking at right there. So I'm full stick forward in normal mode, so 8 meters per second, 8.1 meters per second. I'm going to flip it into sport mode. So we're in sport mode right now. You see that on screen? Do you see any difference in speed? That's always been a joke at Hubsan, that the sport mode really was nothing. Okay, let's adjust our yaw just a little bit and come back around. Okay, so the first, we've got enough battery here, I think, to do a 360, and let's see, I need to be within 100 meters for it to work using the controller as the center point. So, yeah, 80 meters, I went too far. Let's back it up just a little. So yeah, so that's pretty close. Let me center myself here. Yeah, battery level's at 40%, so we better hurry here. Let's go into orbit mode. And I got it. And then what I'm going to do here is set the transmitter as the point of interest. So next step. And execute immediately. And I can adjust the speed here, and we're going to go pretty quick. And it doesn't seem to be doing anything. So boy, I'm a smart aleck, huh? I'm telling you how it's done. And then the bird did not take the... so, transmitter is point of it. You know, I suspect I'm probably still too far away. Let me look here. Let me exit out of this. 92 meters, I should be fine. Oh, I think that what I did is I hit exit instead of hide. That's what I did. So instead of hiding that display, I hit exit. So yeah, it started now. So there again, I was giving Dustin a hard time, but look at user error on my part. So I'm watching the bird. We're at 35% battery. .34% battery, so it should go into return to home if it gets too low. But it's pretty cool. I'm watching it up there. It's doing a nice circle. I wanted to make sure I cleared this hill behind us. You know, distance can sometimes be kind of hard to judge, but we're well clear of it. So yeah, what I did there was when I was on that last screen, instead of clicking hide, I clicked exit. So that took it out of the mode. You know, I didn't pay any attention to what Dustin was doing. That could have been what he did as well. So it's just busy up there doing its orbit right now. And you can see where I'm standing here, there's kind of a center part of this viewpoint. And there's a picnic table over there. You can see that down there. That's where I've got my camera bag set on that. And you can see where I'm parked in the Durango. Pardon me. Still got a little bit of that cold, so a little cough hanging on. And the bird is dutifully executing its orbit. You know, I'm just going to let it go here, and let's see when it kicks itself into auto RTH. And when it does that, I'll shut off video, and then we'll load another battery, and then we'll try it. I'll show you the other way to do an orbit, which is where you stop it at the center, you back the bird off, and you set the radius. So what we'll probably do is set a much smaller radius on that one. Kind of interesting, you know, it's down to 25% battery, and that's typically when I've seen it go into return to home. So I know it's got an algorithm in there that it uses to decide when it needs to return to home. Yeah, there it goes. Aircraft has been, so that was right at 25%. It went into automatic return to home. So we're going to give it a minute here. And I will shut off video as we get closer. I'm dropping the camera down here myself. Okay, I'm turning off video. And we'll see when the bird will drop the camera straight down itself. Or usually it does anyway. Yeah, they're okay. Well, now it's searching for it. See, it's got the target there. So let's see if it'll adjust itself. I'm moving the camera again so you guys can see it here. There we go. So it's funny, I'm watching the thing adjust itself. It's got it right now, so let's see what happens. I don't know, I think we're gonna get it. The thing that I've seen with this guy is it'll lose it at the last second. But it looks like it's got it. Oh, it's turned the target green. I think we're there, man. Okay, guys, I'm calling that a win. So we're just a couple inches off of the H. Yeah, that's a win. That's pretty cool. When Dustin was wondering what that little dialog box was, that's what it's all about. So now let me switch batteries out here, and then we'll put the thing up in the air again, and we'll try the other kind of orbit mode where you actually set the distance manually, and then we'll try some of the follow me modes, and then of course we'll do another precision landing. All right, give me just a second. Okay, pardon me guys, we're fired back up here. Let's see how long it takes it to find to reconnect. This is kind of a hot swap thing, and I understand that you can't do this on the Pro now. But basically, yeah, so now it's finding GPS. You just shut down the bird. I leave the controller on and the app on, and then it connects back up, and it says weak GPS signal, ready to fly. So now we need to rebind to the device. Yeah, and that took just a second. So we're switching it into video mode. And let me move the camera. Well, let's go ahead and take off here first. Starting video now. And I'm going to hit the takeoff button on the controller here. There we go. Okay, let's move this camera again. Okay, sorry about that, guys. All right, let's quit messing around. We're gonna go straight forward out on the lake here first. Forward and up. There again, you know, it is amazing how much water they've drained out of this thing. And we'll bring her back to us here so that we can we're going to try another orbit. Okay, let's back it off just a little. I'm getting a little weirdness on the FPV there. Let's drop some height just a little. Yeah, I'm getting a little breakup on FPV, which is kind of unusual. Yeah, we were up there way too high. Yeah, I thought I had a limit set there. Evidently I didn't. So yeah, that was way too high. I'm gonna have to go in and look at my limits. I thought I had 120 meter limit set on this thing. Okay, so well, we need to come down a little bit more and come in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it right over the top of us here. Okay, so we're going to set that as the center. So let's go back into orbit again. Sorry guys, I was all focused there. Okay, so now we're going to pick up the camera and we're going to back it off. So that's probably far enough, and let's execute immediately. And let's speed it up. And we're hiding this. And there it goes. So what we did there is we manually set ourselves as the center of the radius by flying over the top of it. So with the Zino, you can do that either way. You can either use your controller as the center, or you can set the center wherever you want. In other words, I could have flown out onto the lake and set some random point as the center and done that. And it would have circled whatever that point is. And I think that's kind of what, I believe that is what Dustin Dunhill did. So I'm looking at the bird here. You kind of get the point of what's going on. So we're starting to get a little activity here at the viewpoint. Lots of flies, I can tell you that. Kind of their last hurrah before winter sets in, I suppose. Alright, so I'm going to stop that orbit. You guys understand what that is. And we're going to bring the bird down and in. Okay. Drop the camera just a little bit. Adjust the yaw slightly. So let's see if it can get a hold of me, and let's see if it'll follow me around here. So we are going to go into following mode. And yeah, select the target. Keep the target 5 to 15 meters away from the aircraft. So you know what? I have never seen that before, so I am further away than that, I believe. Well, no, maybe not. No, I'm not. So it should have me. I wonder if that very well could have been what Dustin's problem was. So let's draw the circle. Yeah, it looks like it has me. So we have starting active track. So let's see how it does. So it's got me. Let's go down the stairs here. And see if it can continue to follow me. Boy, there's little gnats all over me. There's gnats everywhere here today. So it's doing a good job. I don't know if you guys can see all the gnats in the air, but man, there's a ton of them. So there we are. You know, we're on the edge by the lake. I don't know. That seems pretty good to me. We're at 49% battery. We'll go up on the stairs. I think there's some stairs on the other side of this. I'm telling you guys, the drone's doing a darn good job. I noticed the distance increased a little bit. Yeah, there are stairs on this side. So we'll go up these other stairs here. So in that dialog box, it said you've got to be between 5 and 15 meters away. I have not. That's the first time I've noticed that. So, you know, you talk about missing some of the dialog boxes. That certainly was one that I had missed. So you have to be between 5 and 15 meters. So we'll go up the stairs here and see if it'll follow us up, and it should. It's got us. Let's see what happens when I go into the shade here for a little bit. No, it's got me. Telling me the battery's at 40%. Okay. So I would say that's probably proof that the follow me function works pretty darn good on this thing. So I'm going to hit stop here, and gosh, I think we've hit about everything. Let's just go for a little flight out to the lake here. So I'm going to pick up the camera, and we are going to go straight forward. Let's just go down the lake a ways. Down to 35% battery, so you know, as we're increasing distance here, I suspect that it'll throw itself into RTH sooner than it did that last time. We're traveling at about 8 meters per second. That's about what, 18, 19 miles an hour, something like that. Let's see if we can get out there 500 meters away. Take a good look at the lake. Reservoir, I should say, rather than a lake. Yeah, there we're out there far enough. Let's give it a yaw around. Kind of head towards the hill here. And I think I've talked about that highway before. That's Highway 21. That heads up into the mountains. Goes to a little city in Boise County called Idaho City, interestingly enough. It's an old gold mining town. Yeah, so it put itself into return to home here. So here she comes. Okay, so I had to start the Canon camera again. It shut down. So the Canon camera, once it builds so big of a video file, it automatically shuts down, and I knew we were getting close. But anyway, here it comes. So what I'm going to do is, as we get closer here, I'm going to lower the camera. I'm going to move the Canon so that hopefully we can get it pointed at the landing pad here, and you guys can maybe see that. I can get this thing adjusted just right. Yeah, there we go. We got the landing pad there. And I'm gonna leave the camera pointed straight ahead on the drone, and it should drop the camera by itself. Let's see if we can nail another landing. I actually, I was pretty impressed with that follow me that time. That actually worked pretty darn good. So she's coming down. It'll drop, oh, I need to shut off video. I almost forgot. Okay, I turned off video. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it started looking, and look, it's found it immediately. It immediately found the landing pad. That's awesome. And so the drone is kind of hovering. It's thinking about what it's doing. And it's moving over the top of it. It's fun watching it adjust itself. And then it's got it here, guys. I think we got her nailed. Look, the target just turned, well, it turned green there for a second. Oh yeah, it's thinking I got this. Well, maybe. Well, that one was not quite. You saw at the last second there that it kind of adjusted itself away from the pad. So who knows, that could have been a burst of wind or anything, and then the algorithm couldn't find it. But I'm calling that good. I'm gonna say that's damn good. I'm impressed. So anyway, let me get everything shut down here, and we'll do a quick conclusion. Okay guys, the good old Hubsan Zino, one of my favorite little drones. I mean, you know, you can pick this thing up for 230 bucks. I think I've seen it as cheap as like 220 bucks before. So if you shop around, you can get this thing pretty cheap. And I'm telling you, it's not the Zino Pro, it's just the regular Zino. For the money, it's just hard to beat. I mean, you saw what I just did with it there. It takes really decent, good 4K video, and you know, and it works. I mean, you saw what we did with the orbit mode and with the follow me mode, and Hubsan's version of precision landing, which I get a kick out of. Now what I want to say about that is I do that precision landing mostly just for the fun of trying it. I mean, to me, it's kind of a gimmick, really, because most of the time, this drone, I'm not a guy that's really big into hand launch and hand catch, but this guy is so easy. So when I'm hand launching it, I just hold it in my left hand, hold it out here. Actually, probably more like that. I'll kind of show you more like that. And then with the controller in this hand, I just hit the launch button, and it just takes off right out of your hand. And of course, you'd hold it away from your body. And then the same thing when you catch it. As it's coming down, you know, I hold it up well above my head, where I can just reach up and just grab the drone right here on this part of it. And then you pull that left stick down, and it shuts down the motors. So it's really an easy drone to do that with. But if you want to use precision landing, it works reasonably well. They've improved it now that it works pretty decent. And then even if you're not using precision landing, it's in my experience, it's typically lands within, I don't know, 2 or 3 feet of where it took off, if not right on the money. So it's pretty accurate as it is. Yeah, so we did the orbit modes. We showed both kinds of orbit modes. One where you can use the controller as the center point, or manually set the center point, which is handy to have because you might want it to orbit 100 meters out from where you're at, orbit around an object or something. So it's cool that you can do that. And then the follow me function, it's not like what you would experience with a DJI product. It just isn't, but it works pretty good. I mean, you saw what I did with it. And the one thing that I noticed there that I hadn't noticed before was that dialog box where it says you need to be within 5 to 15 meters. So that could have been what tripped up Dustin. I'd have to go back and look at his video to see that. But anyway, like I said, for the money, hard drone to beat. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this and got some good out of it. Really a fun day to fly, and I had a lot of fun making this video today. So yeah, this is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out. And if you like this kind of content, please subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate that. But most of all, I appreciate you taking the time to look at my videos. And yeah, we will see you on the next one. Good old Hubsan Zino. Beautiful little bird. Yeah, I might get a Zino Pro one of these days. I don't know. I don't think it's, it's just kind of an incremental change from this guy, but you never know. Zino 2, that's the one we're waiting for, the Zino 2. All right, see you guys later.